can argue and say that, yay, awkward.
I'm not awkward about this. Oh yeah, we're recording. Welcome to Fun Friday! That is
Cheers.
your Amish doctor. This is your Mexican PhD.
You can see the cup.
And I'm your janitor. The delivery boy.
Yes, very thankful for that one.
I like delivery boys.
And she woke up.
So, I have an ARX today because the Fit 3D...
I cannot see your cup.
The Fit 3D was busted. Get your butt up here. The Fit 3D was busted, and they decided not to deliver it. So I went all the way up to the ghetto and picked it up. So here we are. It's going to be Fun Friday while I push pull. Already set to that. So let's.
For those of you who don't know what he's doing,
pull.
shame on you for not watching any of our videos.
Push. And pull. I don't want to do that one. Pull. And pull.
Straight arm pull and apple?
Yes. We'll do that. I'll still be married.
I
However,
hope so.
we'll go that way. Beautiful.
Better.
Beautiful, everybody.
Beautiful, you see.
So we're going to be
I'm just going to warn you, it might get a little loud up in here. Forewarning, earmuffs perhaps, for the young crowd or the you know.
all the whippersnappers.
Yeah.
4-letter words get abundant.
It gets a little rowdy.
So what we're going to talk about tonight is Dr. Google and why you shouldn't listen to Dr. Google. But before we do that,
It's so fun.
and I start heck flying on a time trial here, let's talk about your diet.
Me!
The Keto Project.
Yes.
So you've got how many more days?
3
Woo!
days. That's almost 72 hours.
This is going to get awkward.
What?
So you got 3 days, 72 hours,
60 burgers of just from Burger King and water. I do get that luxury of drinking water still.
Yay! H2O.
And after that,
H2O.
freaking Friday. So after that, we're going to
Clean
you
myself
out.
up.
We're going to roto-rooter you.
However, I did have a really fun idea that we're going to run by you for,
We'll get your reaction
on me.
Yeah.
run by you, yes, for Dr. Mike's first meal after,
He doesn't get a meal for at least 72 hours. That's my idea to start with.
I was
No.
going for 5 days.
Oh, good. I was too. I wanted a 5-day, but... Alright, so we're going to start with a 5-day water fast?
Yes.
Alright, good. We're on the same page with that.
Yes. We probably are for most of these things.
Okay.
But before the 5-day fast, she had an idea for my first breakfast.
And that was what?
A breakfast sandwich from McDonald's and hash browns. To break up the monotony.
Whatever.
Good to McDonald's.
The McDonald's possibility aside, yeah, I'm starting off with a 5-day fast. I'm glad Jim agreed.
Oh god, this sucks!
It sucks so awesome. That's right.
Woo, Team Mama. So, I like that idea, just for fun. Then you're doing a 5-day fast, yes?
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah, 'cause
Are
this
we
way
gonna go
it
with-
actually cleans me up.
Are we going to go with any bergamot tea? In order, if we're going to do autophagy going on here, just to speed it up a little bit.
I'm not against it. I didn't have it directly planned, but it's not a bad idea.
So with the water fast, we'll have bergamot tea throughout the day as well. It's going to be your little flavoring. Then after that, I want to start doing some gut change. I'm going to meet with Seth from Standard Process.
Yes.
So that'll be right in the middle of it. To get some items, if you would.
Yep.
But I want to increase acromasia, the bacteria in your belly.
Yep, because I'm very one-sided in bacteria right now. Guaranteed.
It's angry bacteria.
For that one, we're going to go with some reds. We're going to go with some HMO. Not an insurance HMO, but we're going to go with some HMO.
Well,
We can either pay for that, or, I mean, either way we can pay for it, or get some Gerber. We can get some Gerber baby.
Ooh.
You can start drinking,
baby food.
yeah, you start drinking baby food.
I love baby food.
Not baby food, but formula.
No, that's different. It's so different.
I know I want you to have them green vibrants twice a day.
Do I get a functionized bottle to sip this out of?
Oh my gosh, it's totally
Some of
good.
the trash, because everyone else throws them out there for some weird reason, instead of plastic cups.
Ew.
And then, don't worry, I'll wash it.
I see your bottles that you wash.
I'll wash it.
Those.
Yeah, the cup's in there from, I'm pretty sure from our last location.
Water bottles are
I'm helping my bacteria too. Glutamine at night.
Yes, you have the gut health. I mean, the big part of
I
this
mean, everything's gut health.
it's all gut.
I don't believe in other probiotics because we don't know what strain you actually need. We don't know the effect on it. It's kind of just a waste right there. But I'm very.
Reset it, eat sensibly, build what we know we need, and then I'll be fine.
But between the Green Vibrance, HMO with apple peels, getting the acromasia from it with some reds, Green Vibrance, glutamine, I think that's the good foundation. And then with your meals, I want to make you a crap ton of mung beans.
Yes, I knew that was coming.
Yep. And we're going to go with some of that, am I not done yet?
I was just about, would you hurry up? My finger's getting tired.
Oh, yeah. What's the spaghetti pasta stuff that's not
The
spaghetti?
miracle
Shirataki.
noodle.
Yeah, shirataki, thank you.
Miracle
A lot of
noodles.
fiber. Give you a lot of fiber going in there as well.
Yeah, you know.
Some vegetation. We're getting on some salmon. A little bit's going to be good for you.
Wild caught salmon.
Wild caught. We need some wild caught
Can I
salmon.
still cut oats with these?
No.
No.
That's just retarded. Oh, okay, time to fire up. Hit me. This is retarded. This should not be going this long.
You think?
I know so.
You're the one making it last this long. You just stop talking and push some weights. Would you just do it already?
It's my own weight. 5, 4, 3. Come on.
3 and a
2.
half.
Thank you.
2
1.
and a quarter. Are we going up or down?
Oh,
Done.
goodness gracious.
I'm dizzy.
All
All right.
Hey, me too.
So those are my thoughts on where to go.
I mean, go figure. That's very similar where I was going to do it.
Pretty much just a Mediterranean diet with extra greens and fiber.
5-day fast, reintroduce sensibly, meaning I'm not going to jump straight to mung beans the first day because I don't want my bowels to tort and then go into spasm, but I'll ease into it.
What kind of a spasm?
Do you want my bowels to, he wants my bowels to spasm, so I'll jump straight.
That's not a real thing. For the rest of the population, it's not a real thing.
Don't look it up on Dr. Google.
You could!
Let's just go into Dr. Google
Let's
here
go
because
right
I'm about to spaz on his bowels and I are about to do the same thing.
Spaz attack.
It doesn't
It's
happen.
Spaz Friday.
It's the easier way to explain what does happen, but you're right. Specifically, no. It's much easier to explain what does. But I'm not going to jump straight to steak and mung beans the first day.
Steak. We're not going with steak.
I was giving an example. Dear God.
Mung beans. Mung beans are a detox. Detox. We went there.
Reset.
Google right now what detox is and let us know what it says. No!
We're doing a metabolic reset. What's going on?
Yeah.
So, if you like metabolic reset, raise your right hand. If you like the word detox, raise your left hand.
I'm just going to do
I've been up for a really long time.
I'm her driver.
Thank God.
I'd rather be eating burgers right now.
Would you really?
No. I ate all of them early so that way I didn't have to eat them later yet.
So, alright, Dr. Google. A lot of people turn to Dr. Google.
Yeah, and you shouldn't.
What's the point of us going to doctor school if you can just go to Dr. Google and get the diagnosis wrong? Alright?
You start screaming while I start ranting.
Alright.
You go to a doctor for a reason. You go to any professional for a reason. But we'll target the doctors in this approach. They have 8 years minimum of school, constant continuing education. They actually have malpractice insurance to protect them, which you guys don't have when you self-diagnose. I'll get there a little bit. And we have resources that others don't have. You Google because things are convenient, it's easy, you can find information, you're going to find exactly what you're looking for.
There it is. All right.
Whether it's sounds of lions doing God knows what to themselves in the background, the accuracy of what you're going to find is questionable, so people just go with what they want, they try it, and then tell me about it, and then I tell them all the different ways that they're killing themselves for doing something a vulgar wrote that you find out is an undergrad working in a fast food restaurant, has no experience, and
They read Google too.
They Googled the information they're going to tell you.
But I could go to WebMD.
But their blog is probably prettier. you
Might
know.
be a
They
tumor.
might be pretty good. That's a fun one, elbow pain. Google that one. One of the first things is elbow cancer. It's ridiculous. Huge pet peeve. watching yourself?
No,
Liar.
Yeah, I'm
Why
looking
don't
at
you
her.
zoom in?
I like her.
I'm waiting for you to duck face yourself during this.
Oh, yay.
Selfie layer X. Oh my god.
Google that.
I had like 12 more things to
Google
write
your
about.
animal
That's what it
noises
was.
while exercising.
I can't even do the damn elephant unless I'm on that. I've tried. It just comes face farted. But anyway, there's actually a lot of dangers to self-diagnosing and self-treating. It's the main reason why I go on about it. I've had several of my own patients come and tell me proud that they're taking health in their own hands, and that's not what I meant.
It pretty much meant do what I say
Yeah,
and
that's pretty
do
much
that every day.
Like anytime someone comes in, even just looking at a standard supplement, I ask why did they do it? And the most common answer I get is because I read it was good for me.
Right. I mean,
Which is not an answer.
people are multivitamins. I take a multivitamin. It's good for me. Do you need a multivitamin? No. You don't need a multivitamin. You may need one or two things in the multivitamin that don't counteract the other things in the multivitamin, which makes taking the multivitamin a waste of time.
Statistically, vitamin D, you're probably deficient. Whoever you are, statistically speaking. But you still shouldn't superdose this stuff without knowing for sure. You can really hurt yourself.
I take a lot of it.
You've tested, you've been fine.
20,000 IUs, I'm good. Yeah, I take 20,000. I'm taking 20,000 IUs right now, yeah.
Why did you tell me to take that?
Because I am bigger than you.
Certain things like vitamin D, fat soluble, meaning they can store and cause toxicity.
It's a hormone.
Problems with it. Don't self-diagnose, especially when it comes to like dosage, timing. I mean, geez, how many people come in saying take creatine and protein? They're not even at times where they're going to make a difference. I take them at first wake in the morning.
Yeah, good luck
That's
with
great. It's
that.
not going to do what you think it's going to do for you.
Good luck with that.
Again, you can Google this, and they'll tell you 8 different times to take it. And you want to know the best time? Come talk to a competent medical professional. We know a little bit more with it. It's simple.
Now, what constitutes competent medical professional? Because there are a lot of medical professionals out there that are not very competent.
Choose your field is kind of a part of it. If you're going to, different people are going to have their own philosophy. Like if I want to get surgery, I will go to an orthopedist. They're the ones who are likely going to cut. It's what they do. If I want surgery, I'm not going to go to an acupuncturist. I'm not interested in how they're going to do that with the needle anyway. Love acupuncture, just not the surgery component with it. Arms a little tired, the chin?
I'm good. Good.
Could tell. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to
Pillsbury Dough Girl.
if you're looking for,
I'm the Pillsbury Dough Girl.
even in terms of just like a nutritionist, you can have just a bachelor's degree, you can have an associate's degree, you can be in, really anything and call yourself a nutritionist. So again,
And a lot of people
what quality
pretend to be.
information
Holy
do you get?
crap.
Oh yeah, or a health coach. That's another one.
Holy
That's
crap.
so ridiculous.
You can drop out of an associate's program and be a health coach. Legitimate.
I've seen some very
You can be
overweight health
500
coaches.
pounds and call yourself a health coach. Would I go to you? I think not.
How many nutritionists have I seen to diabetics? Here, have Jell-O, have pudding, have milk, have orange juice first thing in the morning. It's like, oh, you need to control your blood sugar. I'm not trying to bitch here. We're talking about Google, not incompetent people.
But I mean, a lot of things you Google, is written by incompetent people.
Right.
So
I
many
guess
times
that's
I've
the
had
point.
people bring in, oh, this is where I got the information from. It was from a vlogger. Or what was that one study that showed, quote unquote, that showed soda was better for hydrating than water?
Milk was the best.
That milk was the
Yes.
best, apparently. No, it's not, by the way.
Drink milk on a hot day.
Oh,
Ask
so bad.
Anchorman. Go ahead. Ask Anchorman how that worked out.
Ron
But- So there are the most common things people try to self-treat and diagnose. Depression is one of the most common search things to self-treat. To me, that just raises a bunch of bad ideas. Chantea, maybe has something asinine or cheeky you want to throw in there?
Oh,
Well,
yes, it's Cheeky Friday.
We can't watch that. The kids are up late now.
Darn it, it's so early. I want to watch Lucifer though.
Depression, the most common thing people try to self-diagnose and treat.
Absolutely, and then it actually breeds some more depression and anxiety because then you're trying things that aren't working and now you're getting more upset and you're not getting the support that you need and it just brings in
And here,
all sorts of other aspects that you don't know. You go down this deep rabbit hole.
here's one. If you are depressed and you get medication that's working and you don't feel depressed anymore, it's because you're taking the medication. Don't listen to your friends. Keep taking the medication. That's why you don't feel depressed anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, 56 seconds says my chest is gonna stop burning.
Build the pecs, sir.
Movie building!
That's the bottom line.
Because Jim says so.
That's why I like doing podcasts, right?
Yes.
Can you hit the other button, please?
The other one. There you go.
Sure.
Hit my buttons, baby.
My fingers work in 2 directions.
What's number is that?
1.
No.
You get a 1 on the menu.
So the other common ones, this one's just a pet peeve of mine. So many people come in telling me that they have sciatica. And
Oh
they
my
point to the
God.
front of their leg saying this pain is coming
Or they're
down.
grabbing their low back and saying it's sciatica. It's like, no.
So sciatica is it's a junk diagnosis. I'll throw it out there and say it means it's a problem with your sciatic nerve.
Can you please show them what their sciatic nerve runs since my hands?
They can't see it.
Booty.
It runs down the back of your ass, down the leg. I've had so many people say they have sciatica.
Yay!
Even other, this is where the competent medical professional comes in, other doctors have told me, yeah, they have sciatica. It's pain coming down the front of the leg or the side of the leg.
For more nerve
It's
instead of sciatica.
It's a nerve entrapment, completely the wrong one. And if you Google, let's say you even had the diagnosis correct, a sharp pain coming in the back, tracing the sciatic nerve pattern, you Google it, the first thing you're going to see is a herniated disc, which is by far the least common way of getting it. Probably the most severe, outside like really weird things like an infection of the sciatic nerve. That's the first one you're going to find. So whoopsies, do physical therapy, go to a chiropractor, you just get their back adjusted because it's coming from their back clearly. When the most common reason, at least that I've seen, is from a trigger point somewhere in the glute area. Piriformis,
That's a big
glute,
one.
the hamstring, they all end up doing this one myofascial pattern, and that's by far the most common thing.
44.
And then you're just going to waste time and money if you don't have it right. It's unnerving. Get it started. Woo, pull over. Which one?
I'm going to do both.
Which one first?
The straight arm.
Which one second?
The curl. The crunch.
Would you like a number 7 tonight?
I'd like a number 7 on the menu, please.
7 coming up.
I think that's a double bacon jalapeno cheeseburger.
Let's keep talking about the Dr. Google stuff.
Yeah. So, I'm ready to go. Well, I mean, I got a couple more that are the most common ones. General fatigue. That's an awful one to Google because that's the basis of almost
Of every
everything.
illness.
You
You have allergies.
Are you
fatigue.
tired? Yeah.
If you didn't sleep, you're tired. Anything
The
makes
baby
you tired.
kept me up. I had general fatigue.
Right. So, and then people are trying to self-treat fatigue. And I mean, there's some, usually you're like, oh, I took B vitamins because I'm tired. That's great. It will work if B vitamin deficiency is while you're tired.
Oh yeah.
It's probably not.
Probably you're right.
And you probably didn't test it if you're Googling it. Just saying.
Good point.
There's so, I mean, we could spend all day actually listing back and forth the things that cause fatigue. I'm not going to do that. Just
It's not
go
COVID.
find someone, see what it is. Oh, God.
If you're sneezing because you just breathed in pollen, you got an allergy to pollen.
And it's bad some mornings.
Oh, yeah,
It's
especially in
really
this area.
bad. I sneeze for an hour while I walk. It happens. But guess what? I'm just fine.
That's why you don't want me walking in the
That's why. Yep. That's why. I don't want you to see me sneeze.
That's not it, is it?
So Dr. Google. Oh. So there's a couple things that I've seen regularly that just drive me nuts when people self-diagnose. The sciatica is one of the big ones. Another one, we'll get some more of the dangerous ones. How are the ones that can actually kill people?
Oh, that's good.
Does that
Yes.
exciting? Chantea looked excited by death today.
Tell me, Dr. Mike.
So let's do a common one. Is self-diagnosing and treating with CBD. Which, I mean, if anyone's heard, I am a fan of CBD. When it's needed, it works really well with certain things.
I love it.
You Google
Very
what
good.
is CBD good for, and you'll get a list of 100 freaking things.
Yeah, because every pothead in the world says take weed and it'll cure all.
Yeah, and then any holistic doctor anymore, they just push off as the cure-all. It helps a lot of things. It does not cure everything. And again, it's the problem with it is if, let's say, you take a lot of medication, so you want to try to take something that's not a medicine, CBD, to try to offset some of the symptoms, side effects, or help you out. Great in theory. Until you realize that CBD interacts with about 60% of prescription and over-the-counter medication. It slows down a lot of them in the way that they metabolize. What that comes down into is if you take certain medications, let's use antidepressants, SSRIs. These are ones that are known to cause major issues if you overdose.
Oh, yes.
Serotonin syndrome. In other words, it causes seizures and death pretty easily if you take too much of this. Well, if you're taking CBD with a lot of antidepressants, the antidepressants aren't going to break down, they start building up in your system, and then you can get very sick from it. Or any medications, when they start building up in your system. Will increase the side effects that come with it. And, well, you know, side effects usually aren't wanted. And that's the big reason people take CBD. So you don't have to get as many side effects and medications, and you're making it worse. Grapefruit does this too, because it works in the same path. Slowing down it does. It does. Are you still pushing?
I know.
We're starting in a minute.
He made fun of me before too.
One breath, 30 watt. Way to go.
That's how we roll, folks.
Next one.
Last one. Do some abs.
I thought I had you made in the kitchen.
They are made in the kitchen, but my stomach feels tighter, so vanity kicks in at nighttime. I'm like, hey, look at me. Nothing else changes, but in my head it thinks so, so that's why I do these.
Vanity kicks in the nighttime. Okay, I like that.
You should see it. It really does.
It's shower time. When it's
It
shower
really
time,
kicks in
it
at
takes a
night.
while, and it's not being in the shower. Just run the mirror. Alright, shall we?
I have
Some
nothing
more
to say.
possible fatal things that people are doing to themselves without noticing. I've ranted on this one before. I'll just touch base real quick. Calcium supplements. Don't self-treat with calcium supplements.
Oh, we were talking about this in the lab earlier today. I missed that conversation, but I heard you guys talking
Yeah, I
about
mean,
that,
it
right?
drives me nuts. I mean, it's unfortunate because a lot of doctors give this one. A lot of people do this for good reason. You know, you have someone that's middle-aged, worried about osteoporosis, osteopenia, heard that calcium is good for bones, so they take a calcium supplement.
But what happens instead?
When you take a large amount of calcium, like in a form of a supplement, it increases clotting factors. You're more likely to get heart attacks and strokes from taking calcium supplements for increasing clotting.
Now when you look at calcium inside your blood vessels, you just don't want it there.
You don't! They'll block you a bunch of bad things. And then what makes it even worse, the people that are most likely to take calcium supplements are pairing postmenopausal women who are already more likely to have increased clotting anyway due to high estrogens. And it's just, don't do it. Don't get heart attacks and strokes. It's not worth that bone health. Come exercise. Do the
Get on the
air
bike,
sensibly.
Yeah.
Much better.
Resistance training does a lot more for bone health than
It's
does
been proven
calcium.
far better.
Absolutely.
And just
Wolf's Law.
eat your greens. Get calcium in you.
Get your sunlight.
Just spinach.
And
This is amazing.
well, he's having an amazing time with God. That's going to take you forever.
What?
Well, I mean, not if you actually push. Let's go.
The baby. Get out of me.
Oh, that's
Wait, where's it coming out of?
Let me Google that quick.
I don't know, he had a baby through his knees
Through his
the other
knees,
day.
that's right.
I don't really know how that happened, but he did.
I was actually on his side. It might have been you, or I don't know who it was. So he's got a baby through his knees, and I'm like, do you know what that's like? And they defended that they do. And I guarantee you, no one here knows it's like having a baby through their knees.
I don't know what it's like to have a baby through the knees, but I know what it's like to have 3 babies from somewhere else.
Oh, the JJ.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So I'll get a little more. This is a more recent story. Someone had to, I was going to say yell at. I didn't yell at him, but I wanted to. Self-diagnosed, well, not self-diagnosed. He had high cholesterol. Fantastic. Instead of taking my advice away to lower cholesterol, he researched his own. I don't mind when people do their own research, coming with thoughts and ideas. But if I tell you it's wrong, just drop it, for Christ's sake.
Listen to the doctor.
But he did his research. He actually did his research well. He found a product called red rice yeast. It has been scientifically proven to help lower cholesterol.
That's correct.
He even found it in the right amounts with research. I was actually very impressed. And I asked him, my famous question I always ask when people take this stuff is, why'd you take it? So he to help lower cholesterol, told me the amounts. He's like, I want it that way I don't have to take statins because I don't want the side effects of the medication. Great reasoning. But did you look up to realize that red rice yeast works in the same way as statin medications, break down the same way, they give the same side effects. They work in the same metabolic pathway, same breakdowns. And then
spasm.
So it does the same thing is what I'm getting at. And then people who try to take it alongside statins, you're almost guaranteeing worst cases like statin myopathy and heart issues, things you just don't want. So
I got diaphoresis going on here.
just quit eating your sugar, because this person's also diabetic, who's got good blood sugar, because he's on medications that keep your blood sugar lower.
So if you just stop eating the sugar, you can lower the medication in the first place. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's what I'm trying to tell them.
That's too basic. Because sugar tastes good. I'm addicted. I'm not addicted at all. I think it tastes like crap.
You've unaddicted.
I'm unaddicted.
Yeah. It's a thing.
If you want to take stuff, ask me first. I'll tell you how good or bad of an idea it is, and if it is for you. Because I mean, me taking a supplement might be great for me, bad for Chantea, great for Jim. Maybe it'll kill me because of my heart conditions I've been born with. Google won't tell me that.
Or
he might. He'll tell me a bunch of other crap too.
The intestinal spasms.
Yes.
I've just learned of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Google that one's actually you can get intestinal spasms.
So there.
I'm getting very.
But not
big,
from
the
mung
few
beans.
times. How come over the few times you're getting very scientific, and I'm not?
Usually,
just
few
throw
times
away
I'm not
time.
getting scientific.
Well, you usually tell me I'm nerding out too much.
No such thing. No such thing as nerding out too much. That's what we do best.
Oh, there's been so many times he calls for bathroom breaks in the middle because I'm starting to go too sciencey. Dr. Mike, you're going to bore people.
Never.
This break is brought to you by the new Fit Gear. Come into the Fit Lab and get yours.
Ooh,
Come get some.
Get some.
Okay, come get some. I don't have my figure.
Let's go home.
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done ranting.
Don't look up stuff on Dr. Google.
But
End of story.
Be informed. If you want to get your own idea and opinion for it, that's great. Don't base it on fact. That's when people get hurt. Like,
Yeah.
very.
Very badly hurt. So you've got international experts right here at Functionised in the Fit Lab, Fit Clinic, a couple doors down. That'll be opening up soon. Come on, town zoning. And we'll be all set with that. So yeah, you got experts here. Questions, comments, we're always around to answer them. And
Point you in the right direction.
Yeah, if you want to sit down and have a burger with me, I'm open to that too.
and if you're really confused and got to go online, go to our website, functionized.com. There's a button on the top. It says search. Type in what you want. There's a good chance we already talked about it, which is very well researched. So it's actually sitting right there.
And if we didn't, tell us. That'll give us something more to talk about.
Yes.
Yeah, something else to do.
But
Yay!
we need topics to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or otherwise we start talking about shake weights and riding horses in the
Shake
living room. It was on earlier. It was.
It was on before.
All right, we're done Friday.
We're done. Goodbye.
We'll see you next Friday. We'll see you Tuesday. We'll see you in the lab. We'll see you in the clinic.
Toodles.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, as always. Functionized.
Yay.
Booyah!
Scandalous!